Whether you call this style of chicken fricassee, brown stew, home style, country style, I'm going to show you how to get it tender and flavorful done in the oven. If you're interested, let's do it. To some clean and washed chicken, I add some Maggi chicken seasoning, some Maggi all-purpose seasoning, some complete seasoning. I'm also going in with some paprika, and then I'm going to rub this in nicely. And guys, remember, when you're seasoning your meat, push the seasoning onto the chicken, under the skin. If it has any cut or cracks, push it in between. Don't be afraid to go in and massage the chicken properly, right? Very important. And marinating your meat overnight also does wonders. So once you know what you're cooking, overnight is best. If not, give it like half an hour and then you go in, right? So to my Dutch pot, I'm gonna add some oil. All right, allow the oil to heat, and then you're gonna add the chicken to the pot, skin down. Always try and go to skin down first because that adds a lot of flavor to the chicken. The flavor from the skin goes into the chicken and make your chicken nice. Okay. All right, so we're gonna place all the pieces of chicken into the pot. Usually I would say don't crowd the pot, but depends on how much meat you have and how much amount of frying you want to do. Because sometimes once the chicken can fit in the pot, I'll just put it in the pot. And when you're doing this style of chicken also, if you do more than 2 sets of chicken, it starts to burn black, and nobody want that. So depends on how much you're doing. So yeah, you can go over the 2 sets, but I would advise if you're doing a lot, use a bigger pot, so you can just do 2 sets of frying or searing to be exact, right? So right here I'm just showing you guys how I fold my wings. Some people don't like folding the wing because they say under the wing don't fry properly if you do it that way. In which I'm doing brown stew chicken, I don't think it matter for under the wing to really sear. But these are the list of ingredients that we're using for the meat. We have scallion, thyme, onion, tomato, red and green, bell pepper, and some thyme leaf. Okay, so now we're going to chop up the scallion. You can also use it like a bottle, or you can use a knife to like give it a tap so that you can release the flavor from the scallion. But recently I find that I start cutting the scallion up in small pieces. So once you add it to the pot, you eat it instead of at the end of the cooking process, you take it out, right? And it makes more sense. And then I'm gonna go in with onion, and I'm using half of a medium onion, and I'm just chopping that in small pieces. Most people don't use onion and scallion, but sometimes because I have it, I just use it. So we're going in with some tomato also. I enjoy tomatoes in stew. All right, so we're just chopping these in smaller pieces. Okay, set that aside. Then I'm gonna go in with red bell pepper, and I double it so that cutting can be easier. I don't know why my face look like this. Look like me, I go through a rough day. Maybe I was tired. I don't remember. I usually use red and green pepper. Those are the peppers that I normally purchase. Sometimes I purchase yellow, but only if I'm using it for a specific dish. Maybe I'm making a reggae pasta or something like that. Or sometimes they have it in the store on sale. We have the red, green, and the yellow together, but different from that I don't. And then I add some thyme, and this is it. Now let's turn the chicken. So if you're going in to turn your chicken and your chicken doesn't turn, doesn't lift, that means the chicken needs to fry a little more. And guys, you're going on medium low heat. You don't want the flame to be too high, and you don't want it to be too low, because if it's too low, it's gonna suck the oil, and if it's too hot, it's gonna burn. You see the chicken wasn't moving, so I let it rest a little. Yeah, I should have left this a little more, but time was against me. Anyway, turn the chicken and allow it to fry. Each piece took maybe like 3 minutes on each side, and then I remove. I'm gonna say 3-4 minutes. All right, and then I remove. Sometimes if you fry on the two side, there's another side that needs a little more frying. You can also go ahead and flip up the chicken on the sides and get those side to fry also, right? So once you remove the chicken from the pot, then we remove the excess oil, and I'm using a paper towel. You can also pour it off. With me, when you pour it off, it mess up the side of the pot. I can't, so I just use a napkin. And then I went in with a spoonful of tomato paste, and this is definitely optional. I'm not a ketchup lover, hence why I always use my tomato paste to get the dish some color, right? And then once the tomato paste burn off a little, I'm gonna go in with onion, tomato, scallion, thyme. um these are the seasoning that I cut up earlier, right? I'm trying to see if there's no pepper. Okay, I add some green season. Okay, so the green season normally consists of all the vegetables, so it's like onion, bell pepper, parsley, scallion, thyme, garlic, ginger. Yeah, all the herbs and spices come together and blend them with some vinegar and a little lemon juice. I'm adding chicken stock, and I'm also adding the Scotch bonnet pepper. I do have the green seasoning on my page. If you are interested in making it yourself, you can scroll down and you'll definitely find green seasoning, or you can buy it at the store, which I don't recommend, but yeah, you can also do it there. All right, and then I'm gonna rinse the basin which the chicken was seasoned in, and I'm gonna add that to the pot also, and just combine that. I'm gonna allow this to go down before I add the chicken back in. Here I'm adding some Worcestershire sauce. This is for color, also flavor. And I bought this Jugo sauce to try the other day, and I love it, so I end up adding some to it. And my favorite sauce ever, my oyster sauce, right? Add those to the pot, and as I said earlier, I'm gonna allow this to boil and cook down a little before I add the chicken, right? I want to marry the flavor first before I add the chicken. All right, once it got on a little, which took about maybe 15 minutes, then I went back in and add the chicken to the pot, right? So once you add all the pieces of chicken to the pot, you're gonna grab yourself a foil paper, or if your pot sealed tightly, you don't need a foil paper, but my pot was doing the most, so I add foil paper, and then I put the lid on, and then I'm gonna place it in the oven. And guys, this is what gives the chicken that tender, delicious flavor, right? I left it in the oven for about, I'm gonna say 40 minutes, and then I took it out, put it on the stove top just to get it a little thicker. So here I'm just basting the chicken with the sauce, because you want to keep the chicken moist. So that's what basting the chicken does, keep the chicken moist. You don't want the chicken dry out. We want moist, juicy chicken. Now we're gonna add our bell peppers to the last, guys. You don't have to do like me and add the pepper to the last. I'm not a bell pepper fan, but I like the way it makes the dish looks, hence why I use it. So we're gonna cover that and allow it to steam for roughly like 5 to 7 minutes, and then it should be looking like this. Guys, if you have made it this far, don't forget to like, don't forget to leave a comment, and thank you guys for the support. I do appreciate it. It's unbelievable that I just started back my YouTube, and you guys are supporting me. And this day, guys, I served this brown stew chicken with some Haitian rice, and this rice is something that I really want you guys to try, because it's gonna blow your mind. It is so good. Just imagine a very flavorful rice with that oven baked brown stew chicken. Trust me, guys. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe, pick up yourself, and I'll definitely see you guys in another video.